News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290, and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
The bomb squad called out to the Superior Post Office. Good morning, everyone. This is Montana Morning. It's Tuesday, September 23rd, 2014. And looking outside our patented exclusive weather window, it's pretty dark out there, but we can't tell. We do have a partly cloudy sky, 51 degrees in Missoula. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by Kootenai Creek Village, the maintenance-free active adult community located in Stevensville. Give them a call. Find out more at 546-6930. This morning's top story, an explosive ordnance response unit from Missoula investigated a suspicious package at the Superior Post Office yesterday. Mineral County Sheriff Ernie Ornelas says he got a call from the post office about 8 o'clock yesterday morning.
There was a suspicious package, and taking a look at the particular package, we decided that it would be best to notify the explosive ordnance response unit out of Missoula. They received the photos I had taken, decided to come out, and it was suspicious enough that they needed to investigate it.
Ornelas did not describe the item found over worries that the story might trigger a copycat scare in other locations. He said he did not know if the item was a prank.
And at the time, it looked like a possibility it could be some type of explosive device. They disrupted it, and it turned out that it was not. One of the things that they said is that when they use this, it's kind of like a water laser cannon. The water kind of helps disrupt if it is an explosive device. The water makes it inoperable.
The item was found in the outgoing mail bin. Sheriff Ornelas said the item had been used as an explosive device in other instances. Post office was closed for about 3 hours yesterday. But no one was injured, by the way. A Montana judge has reduced a punitive damage award from $240 million to $73 million in a lawsuit against Hyundai Motors over a crash that killed two Missoula cousins back in July of 2011. Jeff Smith with Kerr AM reports the jurors awarded actual damages of $1 million to each parent and $500,000 to each sibling of 19-year-old Trevor Olson and 14-year-old Tanner Olson. The cousins' families alleged a broken steering knuckle in the Hyundai vehicle Trevor was driving caused the crash. The May decision also awarded $2.6 million for lost earnings to Trevor Olson's estate. District Judge Kim Christopher ruled a state law that limits punitive damages to the lesser of $10 million or 3% of a defendant's net worth is unconstitutional. However, she says punitive damage awards must be reasonable, and she set the amount at $73 million. Missoula County Sheriff's Office investigating an attempted kidnapping that allegedly occurred in Lolo Saturday. Public Information Officer Paige Pavallone says a 10-year-old girl reported the incident that occurred in her trailer court.
She was walking her dog and reported that she saw a male who was leaning against a motorcycle which she believed to be a Harley Davidson. She said the male commented on her dog, and at that time he tried to grab her shoulders. The dog then barked, which caused him to let go of her.
Pavallone provides a description of the suspect.
He had sandy blonde hair, the start of a mustache, really skinny, about 125 pounds. He was wearing a leather jacket, a leather jacket, black, a white t-shirt, a yellow t-shirt, blue jeans, and orange and white striped tennis shoes.
Anybody with information has to call Crime Stoppers 721-4444. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks officials said they investigated a Missoula man's anti-wolf claim that he purposefully ran down a pair of wolves along the Idaho-Montana border. The Great Falls Tribune reports that Toby Bridges posted on Facebook last week bragging that he killed two wolves in his wife's van. Captain Joe Jackwith says he's trying to determine if they can do anything since Bridges used social media and he doesn't have any physical evidence about what happened. Missoula police are seeking a suspect accused of raping a woman in downtown Missoula early Saturday morning. Public Information Officer Travis Welsh says the incident was reported just before 5 a.m. in the 300 block of South 6th East.
The encounter had begun in the alley when she was out smoking a cigarette, and the male approached her and began a conversation. They went inside a residence located there where she reported that the rape occurred. The suspect male has since been identified by detectives, and that investigation is ongoing.
Welsh says the unidentified male is under investigation for the crime of sexual intercourse without consent, an offense that carries a possible maximum sentence of life in prison. A Massachusetts man died in a weekend helicopter crash in Montana. Cascade County Sheriff Bob Edwards says the helicopter, a one-person craft known as a Mosquito, crashed into a hillside about 5 p.m. Sunday near Dearborn, which is about halfway between Great Falls and Helena. The coroner's office identified the victim as 62-year-old John Joseph Malazewski of Ipswich, Massachusetts. 2 Lake County Sheriff's deputies and a suspect were all injured in a high-speed chase that ran through the back roads near Pablo through the downtown area and ended with the suspect ramming 2 sheriff's vehicles. Public Information Officer Karen Sargent says 26-year-old Reba Hawkins was being sought for a parole violation.
They chased her at speeds of up to 80 to 90 miles an hour in the back roads around the Pablo area. And now these back roads are not the best driving at 25 miles an hour, much less 80 to 90 miles an hour. So it was a very dangerous high-speed pursuit.
Sargent described how the deputies finally ended the chase.
She ended up backing into the deputy's car on the driver's side twice and managed to get around him, took off down the road and hit a second deputy's car head on, and he managed to put a stop to the high-speed chase.
Sargent said all 3 received non-life-threatening injuries. Hawkins was placed in the Lake County Jail. Enrollment at the University of Montana is down again this fall, according to UM Vice President Peggy Kaur. Total student enrollment is down by 3.9%.
We were projecting that we would see a decline this fall, and let me explain why. There are a couple of reasons you see that total enrollment declining. One is we've had really big graduating classes these last couple of years, with smaller incoming freshman classes these past 2 falls.
When asked about the biggest hurdle to getting students interested in the University of Montana, Kaur cited the lack of one particular program.
A very popular course right now, or major right now, both at a national level set by the president and at a state level, is engineering. And while we have engineering at Montana Tech and we have engineering at Montana State University, that is not a focus of our program.
On another positive note for UM, the drop in enrollment this fall is not as large as the university had anticipated. And Montana State University announced a record enrollment of 15,421 students this fall. And the University of Montana reported, as we mentioned, that 3.9% decrease. MSU's enrollment is up 127 students, or 1%. UM's total headcount down 573 students. That report came in yesterday. News Talk time now is 6:10.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Temperatures will be slightly cooler today as a wave of moisture moves through. A few showers and thunderstorms are possible this afternoon. Highs will stay in the upper 70s to right around 80. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13, your first alert station.